Hello, welcome to the TV room. David Bradley here. I have noticed, and I did get a message from somebody complaining about the beard noise. And even though I've been trying to tuck it into my shirt and keep things away, this microphone, well, things happen. So I'm back to putting it on the hat. And I'm going to try to speak up more so things get through better. Anyway, at this moment, I'm feeling kind of tired of the endless datasets. When I think I'm spending a whole lot of time, when really, when I'm more and more thinking, I'll take them to the world of Commodore, most of them, and sell them as, well, I'm not going to say untested, but certainly not perfectly working. Because even, like, if somebody just needs another cable, they're well worth getting it for parts or buttons or things. They are. Parts are good, even if you just want to put something on display. But anyway, what I did find, I was in the basement, of course, as I do go to the basement, and I've been moving things up. And I saw off in the distance a power supply, and I said, oh, look, there's an Amiga power supply, or maybe it's 128 power supply. Didn't think much of it. Brought it upstairs. And it wasn't until I had already put it in the box of things to be checked that then I took it out and looked, and I said, oh, wait just a second here. Wait just a second. And of course, its cables are wrapped in a mouse. Oh, there we go. Okay, so here we have what indeed appears to be a Commodore 128 or Amiga 500 power supply. Caution, indoor use only. Da, 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 da. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. But why do I have it here now when it is not for the 64 or so? Onward thing. Oh, that's kind of bent. Ooh. Well, come on, you. The reason I have it here now, and the reason I'm going to check it with Rudy's checker is it is not a power supply for a 128 or Amiga or other such thing. It is indeed, as far as I know, it's for a Commodore 64. So we're going to plug it in. And if anything, it's jumping around. It was reading a little bit low. But remember, this has not been plugged in a long time, so maybe things are sort of struggling to get themselves together. But that looks within acceptable parameters. Oh, no, it is jumping around. It's now down to 4.75, 4.78. Well, that's interesting. It's dancing. I wonder. It's not horrible dancing, but it's certainly it's not as rock solid as I would like. But maybe something in there is having a little trouble. Now it's more steady, 5.12, 5.13. I will beat it. Anyway, it seems hard. Anyway, why is there such a power supply? Such a beautiful looking thing. More like what the Commodore 64 power supply should have been to begin with, but was not. And why did they have such a thing? Well, because of the 1764 RAM expander. And it came out for the 64, of course. It was after the 1750, or maybe the same time. And of course, why did the 1750 came out? Well, from what Bill Hurd said, they went off to CES to show the 128. And somebody in marketing had started to spew that the 128 had 640K, even though it didn't. So he immediately started to design a 512K RAM expander, which he did. I guess probably maybe with the help of others, I'm not just sure. But anyway, then I guess they said, well, we got this thing for the 128. We could do it on the 64 too. But of course, the power supply for the 64, the original power supply, there was just no way. So let's just see if this is working or not. And at first glance, it looks good. Oops. 53280, 0. Poke 53281, 0. And put this there. So it is a beautiful thing. And I would say if you... Ooh, there's some slime on it. I'll have to give it a bit of a face wash, as my grandmother would say. But, yeah. So if you have one of these, or, or heavens, if you're going to get a 1764, don't plug it into a regular 64 power supply. Just don't do it. It won't go well. It will not. Anyway, while I'm here with this fine power supply here, it's funny, the first... I'm tired of these tape drives. I really am. I surely am. But let's see. I have marked things down. 914. Sorry, 414777. Load saves it. Well, you know what? Alright, I shouldn't have poked that over. I am going to give this a try. This may be the one that is working and happy and joyful. So I will turn it on, and I will take this tape, G1A, G1B, I don't know what it is. Now I've tried things on G1A side. I think to give this a little bit of a workout, I'm going to rewind this, because we've checked out some things on here, and that was interesting. What do we have on here? Supposedly, on the back side of the tape, something called Trek Maze Balloon, and then, yes, supposedly something called ABC, which of course is what I put in to try and find things, and found it. It did. So we're going to let that rewind. We're going to let this get a little juice running through it. And then, of course, while that's rewinding, I'll remind you that the World of Commodore is coming November 30th, December 1st, 2024 at the Admiral Inn, presented by the Toronto Pet Users Group, a group that I joined. Let me think about this. Before I reached the age of 18. I wasn't one of the very first, but I wasn't far. So I'm going to just press play on this tape and see if something called Trek comes up. Now, had I thought ahead about some of this, I should have had either a disk drive connected or an SD card reader that I could save things. And then I wouldn't have to necessarily load them from tape. But when, of course, I'm testing tape drives, you know, what the heck? Found Trek. And now it is loading. You know, in some ways I like the PET better because it doesn't make you press a key. It just does it. So you can just say load, walk away, and when you come back, it will have loaded if it can load. And that's just the way it is. Anyway, I am pleased to have found this. I'm very fond of these power supplies. Once again, I had no idea that I had it. I probably thought when I got it, and I have no idea when that was, I probably thought it was for the 128. Or if it had a switch on it, it would be for the Amiga. The other one that had a similar power supply, I think, was one of the Amiga 500 hard drives. I think. Now this, actually, as I turned over, oh dear God, excuse me, that's heavy. As I turn this power supply over and I look at it, it doesn't say if it's for the Commodore 64. It does not. It says input 117 volts at 60 hertz, output 5 volts, 4.3 amps, 9 volts, AC, 1 amp. This power supply is designed for exclusive use with personal computer. Indoor use only. Da, 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 da. Yes, fuse 1.6 amps, 250 volts. Even has a pinout here. This one, like the ones that come with a lot of the 64 ones, if we look at them, where is that one? It was here. At one point, they decided that instead of putting the whole bunch of pins in, such this one has, they would just put in the 4 that were needed. But I think it's better to have them all, even though they may do nothing. They, I don't know, I find they fit better. I find they do. Anyway, but I'm sure Commodore could save 1/10 of 1/2 of a cent by using the other plugs. And so that is what they did. So this is continuing to load. I did not check the counter. I did not reset the counter. I have no idea how long this thing is. But from what I've seen on this tape, there are a lot of interesting things there. Trek is loaded. Okay, I'm going to press stop. I'm going to press list. Oh, it's got a lot of stuff here. A lot of data. So, just looking at it, it looks like it is a combination of basic and machine language. And the machine language is a lot of the data. Let's run it. Syntax error in 10. Oh, great. Poke 5. Oh, well, I can see the error. 5, 3. Just a little. But will there be more errors? So what it was is the well, I always do the 53280 and 53281, and it was doing that. But somehow, instead of the 3, it said red. So something went weird in the translation. So now it is waiting. Skill level 1. I have no idea what's going on or what I need to do. I would like to think there are some sort of instructions. I would like to think. Trek. Mission to Delta Minor. Aha. Captain's log, stardate 1040011. The Pegasus is en route to Delta Minor. Our mission, aid a Federation research outpost in combating a mutant virus that is threatening the continued existence of the outpost. While en route, the ship suffered damage to the main power housings. As a result, we are forced to mine new dilithium crystals on a nearby planetoid. The planetoid, however, is guarded by numerous lifeless drones. Press any key to continue, which of course doesn't seem to mean the Commodore key. Okay. Okay, now. It did not. Oh. Controls. Cursor. Down, down. Spacebar. Okay. Cursor down goes down. Cursor right goes up. T is beam up. Spacebar is fire. Let's play again. Oh, dear. Okay, something is not happening here. You know, one thing I should check on. Oh, the keyboard is attached. Oh, it's asking for the skill level. 1. And it's still not. Oh, there, I'm going up. What was that? Okay. Play again. I wonder if 1 is the best and 4 is the worst. I'm going to say 4. I guess it's getting itself together. What is that evil thing? Uh-huh. Play again. Let's try level 1. Come on. Damn. Damn. What's going on? Why can't I get anything? Some of them come real fast. And they're sneaky. And then as you move closer, as you move along, they get closer. What's happening? Game over. Well, isn't that special? Well, the tape deck works as I thought it would. And this power supply, here it is. Ooh, it's a heavy sucker. I wouldn't want to mail this. It's funny how some of them are very, very heavy, and some of them are not. Anyway, interesting. This game. The next one is supposed to be Maze. But I think that is enough for now. We're going to let this power supply sit here and warm up some. And perhaps I will take this tape deck, eject the tape, close it up, and set it aside. Because that one I know does do what it is supposed to do. Yes, I do have 2 check marks on the back. I'm going to put a little star here to signify, oh yeah, I'm pleased with this one. So, thanks for coming. Have a lovely day. See you at the World of Commodore. If you come, maybe you need a tape deck for parts. Maybe you do. Anyway, thanks for coming. Bye for now.